Ben Poswalk. Ben Poswalk is, again, the executive director at his faith-based program, Crested Butte, Colorado, since 2011. So he's been doing it for 7 years. Prior to that, his career was as a gym teacher. He was an elementary school PE teacher and working for preschoolers. I met Ben in 2015 when one of his preschool teachers that was a friend of mine in Crested Butte suggested that he read my book and get to know me, because my office was literally 3 blocks from Ben's school, and yet he had no clue that Chris Murray was living in his town. When Rebecca said, "You need to meet Chris Murray," Ben's like, "Who's he? Why does everybody think I'm a guy all the time?" Looking back, Ben says it's hard to comprehend just how much has changed at Paradise Place Preschool and within himself. Ben won the Child Care Rockstar Award at the Phoenix Summit in 2016, using the amazing strategies and tools in the Child Care Success Academy. He now finds himself fortunate enough to be able to share what he's learned with Academy members and you all by becoming a coach on my team. So yes, I hired him because he's just a beautiful human being, and he's rocking it. It's his goal to share our vision of helping as many child care business owners, directors, and managers to support and enrich their early childhood programs and the kids they serve, he says. And he's got a 10-minute talk for you today. It's titled, "To Dodge or Delegate, Team, Training, and Trust." Please welcome to the stage Coach Ben Poswalk. Give it up. Good luck.
I got it. Thank you. Have you ever had a day where you felt like everybody just threw everything at you? You see, this is my boy Ben Stiller, and not only do we share the same name, the same birthday, but the same affinity for dodgeball. Because like Chris said, it was my goal, it was my dream to play dodgeball, do floor hockey, plan field day. That's all I wanted to do for the rest of my life. I would have been perfectly happy as a gym teacher for the rest of my life. As we all know, things change. Life takes you on a different course. So I have been blessed to not only have my own center, but also get to work for Chris. But little did I know that dodgeball would still be a metaphor for me when I took over my center. Because we've all had those days where we forgot the janitors on vacation and we had to go to the preschool at 4:30 in the morning and go clean the preschool. And as we're driving home to get a quick shower so we don't smell like that, we get the call, "I got the sniffles, I can't make it in." Thank God the sub answered her phone and she can cover for you. So you're driving back up to the school, and sure enough, there's little Tommy at the front door. "I don't want to go to school. I hate school. School's terrible." Mom's like, "I'm paying you to do this. Take him. I've got to get to work." So you've got him. You're like, all right, you get him in his classroom, you get him settled, and then ding, "I'm late again. I overslept." "I'll cover in the classroom till you get here, but let's go. I've got some work to do." So finally, you're covered in the classroom, and she shows up. You're like, all right, I can get to my office and finally start working on my business, not in my business, right? "Oh, Mrs. Johnson, so nice to see you today. What are you doing here? I've sent you 5 emails and 3 texts, and you haven't answered me because you said you're going to provide a healthy, nutritious snack, and there was no carrots yesterday." "I know there's no carrots because I asked little Tommy, and he said there wasn't carrots." "All right, I'll go to the store, I'll get the carrots, and you don't have to worry about the balanced snack today, and I assure you, we'll send you some Life Cubby shots so you know that Tommy has carrots today." All right, well, at least now that you're back from the store, you can go to plunge a toilet. We all know the toddler toilet always plunges or gets clogged at 10 o'clock. So you finally deal with the toilet, and you can get to your office to deal with the licensing report that you promised yourself you would do first thing in the morning. It's noon. So today I am here to talk to you about dodging or delegating, who's on your team, training, and trusting them. What you will know today is the 3 T's. How to trust your team, how to train your team, and who's on your team. Have a plan to be able to delegate to them. And most importantly, the whole point of this conference is have the feeling like you have time to work on your business and not in your business. So do you know who is on your team? How do you train them? And most importantly, do you trust them? Team. So, as I've learned from Chris, about 50% of the people that we hire don't actually have experience in early childhood. They come from a different background. This might be their first job. How well do you know your team? Do you have a relationship with your team? What are their talents? What are their passions? What do you know about them? And I love to use Miss Jessie as an example. I had Miss Jessie on my staff for 3 years. And she's a great preschool teacher, mom, her son went to my center, and she did a good job, loved her. I had no idea until I went to the performance, because we have a local theater, that Miss Jessie was an actress, a dancer, a performer. I was like, Jessie, you've worked for me 3 years, and I didn't know that you have like 10 years of ballet experience. She's like, yeah, I actually even teach over at the School of Dance. I was like, Jessie, you realize this guy every year does the Christmas program and the graduation program? My wife told me before I left, I'm not allowed to sing or dance on this stage. There's no reason for me to sing or dance, and you have this skill set, and I haven't known for this long because I never had a relationship with Jessie to know that she is much better at this, much more talented at this than I could ever be. So I told her, Jessie, would you like to do the graduation program? Would you like to do the Christmas program? Her face lit up. She was empowered. She was so happy to do it. And not only that, she did it twice as fast. She did it much better than me. And by the end of the graduation program, the parents were crying, the grandmas were taking pictures, and it was all over social media. And I didn't spend 3 weeks doing it. It was beautiful. Oh, whoops. Training? It didn't take me any time to train Jessie because she had the skills. I spent about a half an hour with her in my office. This is the program. This is the time. I want you to put it on social media, make sure the parents know. And this is the order of events. After that, she took it and ran. Because people, more importantly than training, it's about trust. Our teachers are in charge of the most valuable thing in the world. We trust them with tiny human beings. The most valuable thing to me is my son. And if I can trust you with my son, I can trust you to open the center and unlock the doors and turn on the lights, and I don't have to be there at 6 a.m. to do it for you. So by all means, trust your team. So how do you do it? 3, once again. I want you to think of 3 tasks right now that you do that suck your time, and more than likely somebody on your team can do better than you. And then I want you to think about your team. Who's on your team? How well do you know your team? What kind of relationship do you have with your team members? And what talents do they bring to the table that can take these 3 tasks on? And then when you go home, spend 30 minutes with them. Let them do it for you. So what do you delegate? Like I said, the Christmas graduation program, that's a great one. Child Care CRM, great tool, love it. Oh my God, I've spent so many hours working on Child Care CRM. I wish I would have had somebody else go through the onboarding training with me and help me do Child Care CRM, because I was the only guy in the building that knew how to do Child Care CRM. Guess what? I'm the only one that gets to do Child Care CRM at my center. I fixed that. But that's one of those things where you need to have somebody else on your team that's technologically capable to do these things for you. Social media, this is one of my favorite ones. Turn Facebook off, people, on your desktop. Let your staff post. All my lead teachers have editorial profiles for my Facebook page. They're in the classroom. They're on the field trips. The cute little picture of Ellie with the yogurt on her face, they can post that at nap time. They can write something much cuter than you can. And by the time you're done with work, you're going to have 100 likes instead of you having to get the email to look at the picture, to put it on Facebook for them, to hope that you actually said something cute. Let them do your social media for them. Like I said, if they can take care of a baby, they can post on social media. Amazing vendors out there. All these great tools that you're going to purchase and invest in. When you get home and you do their onboarding training, don't be the only person in the room learning how to use Brightwheel and those kid reports. Because by all means, every staff member that you hire, you're going to be the one training them how to do it if you don't have anybody else on your team that knows how to do it. Make sure they're a part of it. Blogs. I have terrible grammar. I'm not good at writing. That's why I don't have my book. But there's probably a mommy out there at your center that loves to share parenting information, that would love to have the opportunity to share her talent, her knowledge with your families. Let her write a blog once a month on Facebook, on your website. And the best part is, you're going to get a lot more traffic to your website, a lot more traffic to your Facebook, and she's going to feel empowered and reward her for doing it. And the best one is, everybody likes to throw a party. Halloween's coming up, and that's my favorite holiday, but the best part about Halloween is all I have to do is show up in costume at my center. You'll have to see my Facebook profile. I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to be this year. But we do a whole parade every year for the past 6 years where the businesses on our main street know that we're coming because my staff is taking care of it. And at 10:30 every Halloween, they come out and they give our preschoolers candy because they know that we're coming. They're ready for us. The teachers plan the party. They do the sign-up sheets. They do everything for me. I don't have to worry about it. I trust them. So once again, 3 tasks, 3 team members, and spend about 30 minutes and let them amaze you. That's all it takes. And you are going to know how to delegate and have some freedom to work on your business and not in your business when you get home. And you will have a winning team too. So thank you.